Hey everybody, welcome to the 32 Insight Podcast. I'm Mo. I'm here with your boy Tommy. Tommy, the Seahawks are in the freaking Super Bowl, man. Me and you, we were there live. We watched it together, man. What a crazy atmosphere. Hey, I want to turn this to you, man. Tell me about your trip to Seattle. Tell me about Lumen Field. Tell me about that atmosphere and tell me what do you think about this Seahawks team being the Super Bowl, man?
Man, the Super Bowl matchup is set, the 2014 rematch. But before that, I got to experience my first time in Lumen Field, watching the Seahawks play at home. I've seen Seahawks games in Chicago, Indy, Dallas, San Fran, but I've never been to one in Lumen before up until last weekend. And I mean, what a game. What a first game, right? The atmosphere was insane. It was as advertised. I've been in some loud stadiums before through work and just going to games, and nothing has been like that. That was absolute nonstop noise. It was incredible. It was truly an experience of a lifetime. Got to see the Seahawks clinch their spot in the Super Bowl. That just adds to it. But even if that didn't happen, it would have been a top tier experience. I loved my time in Seattle, an incredible city, so much culture. It's so beautiful, and I'm really looking forward to going back.
Yeah, and you got to see Gronk too, like throw the fish, right? At
Yeah,
Pike Place
yeah, I
Market.
got to see Gronk throw the fish to Terry Bradshaw at the market, which was really cool. Caught the back end of it. I wish I could throw my video in here, but I actually didn't get anything on video because I didn't quite realize what was going on until afterwards. But no, really, really
Yeah.
cool.
Really cool, man. Well, hey, let's dive into it, man. Look, here's what I think, really impressed me with Mike McDonald specifically, and I want to go through like, everybody involved in the team, but I think he looked at that Thursday night game and he was like, "Yeah, this team is really good offensively, right? It might be a shootout. So I want my quarterback to light it up." And man, did they just come out the gates lighting it up to, that first deep ball pass to Rashid Shaheed, and they just, and I think from there on, it was just a shootout all the way. Let's start with, the overall season, man. The Seahawks getting to this point because Tommy, if you have told me in 2022, when they lost that game to the 49ers in the wild card game, and then the next season after that, they opened that, game with the Rams and they just got trounced. And then the offensive line issues, the defensive issues, the running game issues. If you said, "Hey, Mo, this Seahawks team is gonna, get to the Super Bowl in 2026 and 2025," man, I would have told you no. I think this team is at least 5 years away. And with the draft picks, with everything going on, why are the Seahawks in the Super Bowl today, Tommy? Why are the Seahawks in the Super Bowl today?
Yeah. Why are the Seahawks in the Super Bowl? John Schneider made very well thought out and strategic moves to build this team. And of course, he got a little lucky because that's just how it goes, right? I mean, when you're drafting players, as much you can scout them night and day, but you've got to get them on the field to see how they, translate into an NFL level. And I believe the Seahawks have drafted probably better than anybody in the past 4 or 5 years. Um, so it started with just the process year in, year out, building, right? And then, of course, moving on, it was the right time from Pete Carroll, DK Metcalf. Um, so when I agree though, like when you said, I don't know if I would have believed the Seahawks would have made the Super Bowl this year. It happened fast. It happened really fast. I think my big motto throughout the years was like, everyone was asking me, how do you think the Seahawks are going to do? And I'm like, you know what? I don't know if they're going to make the Super Bowl this year, but I love what they're building. I love
Yeah.
what they're building. I thought they were building the right way, drafting first round guys in the trenches back to back years. And that doesn't even include Charles Cross as well, who was a top 10 pick. And then I thought the Seahawks drafted their skill players in a smart position. Of course, they got Witherspoon and JSN in the same draft, two all pro talents right there.
Yeah.
I mean, you got K9 in the second round. You got Charbonnet. I know Charbonnet's injured, but he was very much a integral part of this team. Got him in the second round, right? It was also the late round drafting as well, getting Reek Woolen
AJ
in the fifth.
Barner. Yeah, it
AJ
was like
Barner, like we were just nailing picks left and right, and then making strategic trades. Leonard Williams, Ernest Jones, Rashid Shaheed, and just filling in those small holes, not overpaying, not overdoing it, just getting the right guys. We didn't go for the biggest name on the market, but we went for guys that would fit our needs and fit the culture. And John Schneider aced that assignment to a T, and he built a Super Bowl team in 4 years. Like, truly, the core of this team was built up in the last 4 years.
Yeah.
And it's incredible. Um, and of course, Mike Macdonald is a fantastic coach and has completely changed the culture of the Seahawks entirely. He's a defensive mastermind, and he made the right offensive coordinator hire this offseason. And all the pieces finally came together. We added some good veterans to the mix. I mean, I could go on and on. I mean, it's truly incredible what John Schneider did in such a short period of time.
Yeah. Yeah. And look, um, when you look at this team, man, and you can't talk about this team without talking about the quarterback, man. Sam Darnold, what a pickup that was with from by John Schneider. Got him the exec of the year, and also, and we'll talk about this later, but got the other GM in the Vikings, Kwesi, or I forgot his name. He got fired today, right? And looked bad on that entire franchise, letting Sam Darnold go. And like they always talk about, hey, is your quarterback a truck, pulling the trailer, or is he the trailer where the other team is like pulling, him? And man, watching this game, Sam Darnold play like that, over 340 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks in person, like, some of the like, and people are like, he has a good offensive line. Man, he was getting pressured. Like if you watch that tape, every touchdown he was getting hit, he was getting pressured. Um, and man, what a game did he play? And I think he's a truck, man. He's a truck that can win you games. And today they're in the Super Bowl. One of the most important reasons you have to put Sam Darnold in there.
Yeah, I can't believe I forgot to say that when I talked about moving on for people in timely manner. I mean, moving on from Geno Smith and bringing Sam Darnold into the mix. No, I get it. There were questions this offseason. Could he do it again? Was that a one-hit wonder? All valid questions, because in a larger scale, Sam Darnold's career, it has been not great up until last season. So I get it. But what the Seahawks did is they got a better quarterback on a cheaper contract. I mean, everything was so perfect for Seattle. And yeah, I like what you said was like, is it, dragging the trailer as the trailer? I think the Seahawks are a bus. I just think they're a bus. I don't think anybody's
Yeah.
pulling anybody. I think the defense is our best unit, but I think Sam Darnold has won us games. I think Sam Darnold won us the game on Sunday.
Yeah.
350 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks, no fumbles. I mean, man, that's as good as it
Yeah.
gets. If
Yeah.
you would have
Yeah.
told me week one, Sam Darnold is going to go 350, 3 touchdowns, no turnovers in the NFC Championship game, they're going to beat the Rams and they're going to go to the Super Bowl, I'd say you're absolutely out of your mind. You're lying. Like, that's
Yeah.
not going to happen. As much as I believe in Sam Darnold, and I was so ready to give him a chance week one and like ride with Sam Darnold, but I wouldn't have believed you. I mean, that sounds unbelievable.
Yeah.
So everything worked out very well. And like in terms of just internal growth as well. I mean, Jackson Smith and Jigba took his game
Oh,
to such a level like nobody could have. There were so many things that nobody could have
150
ever
yards, like
predicted.
150 yards, one touchdown.
10 catches, 150 yards, and a touchdown. Are you kidding me? He put on a show. He put
That's
on a
crazy.
show. I mean, the one-handed catch on the sideline. I got a text from
Oh,
my buddy who works in college football, a high position. He's like, "Man, JSN is putting on a show right now." Like, yes,
yeah.
he texted me that at halftime. I was like, "Yeah, this is unbelievable." I mean, yeah, and not to discount the receiver on the other side as well. Puka Nacua played great, and that it's fun to have the two best receivers in the league this season. No disrespect to the other top guys that probably didn't produce to their level this year, but this season, the two best receivers in the league in the same division, they battled it up 3 times, and every single time they put on a show. I
Yeah.
mean, it was fun. A lot of respect to the Rams. I mean, surely, it was another close coin flip game that we suspected would probably be the case, and I think I said last week on the podcast that what their ultimate demise was going to be with special teams. And they muffed a punt. The Seahawks scored the play after that, and that was the difference. You take
Yeah.
away that touchdown, Rams win by 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
On the scoreboard, of course, change the game. But like, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah. But hey, man, if you're a quarterback, I don't think you can play a better game and lose than what Matthew Stafford did in that game, man. Huge respect to the Rams, huge respect to Matthew Stafford, man. But and that's the other thing that kind of amazes me about Sam Darnold, because Sam Darnold needed to be perfect to win that game. He needed to go blow for blow. It was a heavyweight championship game between two quarterbacks. I know usually the quarterbacks don't play, but hey, like when you see Matthew Stafford on the other end, like putting up numbers and scoring touchdowns, if you're Sam Darnold and if you're on the sideline, you got the most pressure in the world to perform, right? Because like, hey, you got to match that. You got to match the aggressiveness. You got to make that throw. You got to protect the ball. And man, did he make those throws, and man, did he protect that football. And so I want to talk about, Clint Kubiak, man. He was in his bag as well, man. He was dialing up plays. When you're in the stadium, you don't see every single, you don't see the field like, when it's on TV, right? You can't wind it down, you can't see it up close. And you can't see the nuances. But I went back and watched the tape, man. What a game! What a play calls and games that he put together, man. Clint Kubiak, I think he's gonna possibly be the Raiders head coach. I don't think nobody wants to go to the Cardinals, but like Mike McDonald, you got to give him credit, man. He looked at Ryan Grubb that first season and he was like, this is not what we're looking for, right? And he brought in Clint Kubiak, trusted in the system, and he just, in the beginning, since the start, he just went at the running game, man, and then the running game just exploded. K9 with the game of his life. The K9 playoff is like, man, it's just crazy, and
he's taking it to another level as well in this postseason. I mean,
yeah,
K9 has completely taken over. It looks like he's back in East Lansing wearing green again. I mean, truly,
yeah.
that the touchdown run he had. I mean, that play was dead,
Yeah.
and
And
he
also
just
that
cut it up.
game, like when the 4 minute drive, when he caught it and kind of like spinned around the
Oh
defender
yeah,
to
oh
get the
yeah.
first round. Yeah, that was all K9 as well. So, but talk about Clint Kubiak, man. What did you think about him in his game? And I think he just owned Chris Shula that game.
Yeah, I thought Clint Kubiak called a fantastic game. The balance, I was telling you when we were in the stadium, like this balance is incredible. We just got to keep it up. We just have to keep it up. I mean, extremely balanced. They found some good work on the run game, and they found openings in the pass game. I thought it was inevitable at some point in time we were going to see Rashid Shaheed go ball
Yeah.
because we have it right, and we got it right away. First drive of the game for the Seahawks. Boom, big connection, deep, set up that first touchdown. So I thought he did a great job of getting the ball in the flats as well right away, just quick outs to the flats, let our guys work in space. I thought he did a fantastic job of finding weaknesses as the game went on and exposing them. So we started off with the run game, great. Then we went to the deep pass game, and then we went to the short intermediate passing, really just behind the line of scrimmage and letting our guys work in space. We saw it with Jay Sen a couple of times. We saw it with Ken Walker.
Yeah.
So I thought the balance was perfect, and the Rams defense could never really settle in. And we did a great job of scheming JSN open. Like a lot of teams won't try to. I mean, they will try to scheme their guys open, but they won't be creative about it. I mean, on
Yeah.
JSN's touchdown, he lined up at running back.
Yeah.
You
That's
know,
crazy. That's
there
crazy.
are ways to get your guys involved other than just putting them out wide and making them run routes, which Jason did that well as well. So I mean, I thought Clint just did a great job, was prepared, and was very decisive in what he wanted to do. I felt like the Seahawks didn't have a ton of issues moving the ball.
Yeah.
They got in their way a couple of times with some rough penalties. They took a couple sacks. Fine, you live with the sacks, the penalties. You kind of want to clean up, especially with the timing of the penalties. I think on our second drive of the game, we were in touchdown territory, and then we had that holding call, which set us back and forced us to settle for a field goal. So if you get rid of those penalties, I mean, it looks even better. It really does. So I'm just impressed overall, and I'm looking forward to seeing that balance continue as we move forward into the Super Bowl.
Yeah, yeah. And hey, now let's get to the defense. Huge respect to the Rams offensive line, man. I haven't seen like any offensive line play against the Seahawks defensive line like they did, man. I think Stafford just, he had a lot of time. He was not pressured that much. He was getting the ball out. They had like long developing routes. They were torching our DBs, man. Devin Witherspoon, Josh Jobe, everybody except I think so. Eamon Worry was getting torched out there. And so
Yeah,
yeah,
even
what did
Warren's gonna have his own segment today for sure.
yeah, what did you think about the defense overall though?
Well, it's hard because the Rams know us, but the Rams have also given us problems the past two games, right? The first game, some early first half problems, and we kind of shut them down. The two games after that, they found something. They found something, and it was a lot in their pass game. And so the defense, I knew the Rams were going to be able to score. They got the best offense in the league. The Rams have the best offense in the league, and for some reason, that is trying to be like erased right now in the media. I don't know
Yeah,
why. Like I've for
crazy.
some, I like there's like an oddly like weird negative vibe about the Rams right now in the media, and I don't understand why. Because a week ago we were being told how good they are,
Yeah,
and they are good. They're really good. So I'm confused. The Rams have the best offense in the league. We don't have to forget that because they need to hype up a Super Bowl matchup.
yeah,
And so the Rams having the best offense in the league, they were always going to score. They also have two elite wide receivers, and they scheme their tight ends really well and a great running back duo with an offensive line that can hold their own and a quarterback who's very good and a very decisive play caller in Sean McVay. So they were always going to score points. My biggest thing is the Seahawks defense got stops and they needed to get stops.
yeah,
And let's jump to that fourth down, right? Fourth
yeah,
down, 4 minutes left. Seahawks up by 4. Rams could take the lead here with a touchdown. Devin Witherspoon breaks up the third down pass. Here we go, fourth down. They had to get that stop, and they got it. I
yeah.
mean, they were all over that.
Yeah, I want
And
to talk about that real quick
well,
because
yeah, we got to talk about that. Yes,
because Sean McVay, man, he kind of whines, man, after games, and he was like,
totally.
"Oh, that's a fortuitous bust." Demarcus Lawrence and Julian Love, they shouldn't have like peeled off on Kyron Williams and followed him. It was like a fortuitous bust by them and all that. Man, what nonsense, man. DeMarcus Lawrence, spoke after the game, and he was like, I saw Kyron Williams just running too fast. He wasn't even looking at, Julian Love if he was blitzing or not. So like, and I knew that was, Stafford's hot. So I just went back and covered a Kyron Williams, with Julian Love, and that's how they got the stop. And Matthew Stafford got confused. He went off. He had to he had to find the second option, and it wasn't there because Devin Witherspoon stopped it. So, man, what did you think about that? Play in general, and like, what did you think about Sean McVay's comments after that?
The comments are like, okay, so I'm tired of Rams media talking about how that's lucky.
Yeah,
How about DeMarcus Lawrence sat down and watched film? Have you
yeah,
considered that? He was prepared. He knew exactly what the Rams wanted to do and decided not. Okay, so what happens if he rushes the passer? The Rams scored a touchdown because they get the ball out of his hands in 2 seconds. Do you think
yeah,
there's any difference made of DeMarcus Lawrence rushing the passer on that play? No, not at all. So what DeMarcus Lawrence decided was to drop back in coverage and save a touchdown because he recognized what was going on. So that's not luck. That's a player making a play. And
yeah,
that it's very so a well prepared player making a play. That's not luck. I just want to make that
yeah,
very clear. It's not luck.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
that's why you signed DeMarcus Lawrence because he's a veteran. He prepares. He knows what he's seeing out there. He knows what to look for, and he identified something and decided to make it his own, and it saved a touchdown. So it's not
yeah,
luck. It's preparation. And
yeah.
it was very very simple. So and also fourth down, you're gonna have two guys on routes. Really? You have two guys running routes.
Yeah,
You had
yeah,
they had what, 6 people blocking, 7 people blocking. What difference does it make if Demarcus Lawrence is rushing the pass? We're rushing 4 against their 6. We weren't getting there
yeah,
anyway.
yeah,
So we've in 3 games we have sacked Matthew Stafford once. That
yeah.
you know what? Like that's how I see it. It's straight preparation right there. And don't put two guys on a route on a fourth down play for the game and then complain about it afterwards when one of them gets covered up by 2 people. That's how I see it.
Absolutely. Absolutely, and what a pickup again, DeMarcus Lawrence. Cowboys fans must have been, like pissed to see him go to the Super Bowl, man. The guy said he wanted to go to the Super Bowl with Seattle, and look, nobody's talking right now. Right, I don't see in the media like anybody laughing at him right now. The guy's in the Super Bowl.
Kyron Williams and Terrence Ferguson. By the way, that's the two guys you had on routes on your biggest fourth down of the season.
Yeah,
Terrence Ferguson and Kyron Williams. Where was Puka? Where was Devontae? Where was Kobe Parkinson? So I don't want to hear about luck. I don't want to hear
yeah,
about luck.
yeah, yeah. And look, it was a savvy vet play. That's why you have superstars. Superstars make plays in big moments. And he was and Sean McVay was like, I doubt they drew it up like that. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. Like,
We
what do you
didn't.
mean?
We didn't draw
Yeah,
it up like that. But guess what?
but
Our players watch film.
yeah,
They
yeah,
prepare. And a
exactly,
veteran and a
exactly.
veteran called his shot.
Yeah, and I didn't like the NFL films kind of like making it like the Seahawks were lucky as well. They had this kind of film like short movie saying, "Oh, because of miscommunication, the Seahawks got lucky." Man, get the hell out of here, man! Get the full story. Interview Demarcus Lawrence first, see what happened, and then basically talk about it. You know how they talk about that game. Mahomes won, and for what do you call it? For the Chiefs against the 49ers, that wasp play, remember? And
Yeah, yeah.
he was talking with the offensive coordinator Bieniemy, and they were getting together, and he was like, "Let's run a wasp." Man, come on, get the full story, man. NFL films, man, piss me off a little bit.
I mean, you know what's lucky? Xavier Smith not having two muff fumbles lost. That's what's lucky. He's
Yeah, that
lucky he
was
got the
lucky. Yeah, that
first
was
one.
lucky. That was
And
lucky.
it took him to lose one for him to bench him. That's
Yeah,
lucky. You know
yeah,
what? So he should have had two. You know what else is lucky? A fourth down stop, sorry, a third and long stop that turns into a 15-yard taunting penalty that gives him a first down. That's lucky. I'm just saying, like that. That's lucky. Not Demarcus Lawrence recognizing
yeah,
something and dropping into coverage to stop it. I mean, seriously.
yeah, yeah. But hey, heck of a stop by them. Amazing, man. I think even like the call was stupid, man. If they would have taken the 3 points, then all they would have needed is another 3 points at the end of the game.
That last drive would have been a stress fest.
Yeah,
I mean, if the Rams, the Rams were down by one,
yeah,
oh my goodness! Like it changes everything. I don't.
yeah,
You know what? Like just take. You know what? We talked about it with Ben Johnson last week, right? Like sometimes it's okay just to take the field goal. I
yeah,
mean, there were 4 minutes left. You had three timeouts. Why not? Why not go down one?
yeah. See, that
Like
was that was bad game. That was bad game management by Sean McVay. Man, he can whine all he wants, but that was bad game management from start.
and then they don't get it. We're up four, and they have to start burning their timeouts right away, and we
Yeah,
just milk the clock all the way down.
yeah,
It's not that complex, and you just take the points, and the game gets entirely changed. And the starting field position is just a smidge further for us if they kick the field goal and kick it off. So I you know what, like I don't think. No, I know the Seahawks didn't get lucky. They outplayed the Rams, and they beat the Rams. I have a lot of respect for the Rams. I really do. They're a great team. I still believe they're the second best team in the league this year. I think last weekend was the de facto Super Bowl, but the Seahawks did not get lucky.
yeah. Very, very true. But hey, we can't talk about this defense without talking about Nick Imanwori, man. The guy did everything on the field, man. He was rushing the passer. He was one on one against Devontae Adams and Puka Nakua. He was covering tight ends. It felt like, man, you could feel him in the entire game, man. And like a rookie playing at this level, at that big moment, at this time, this early of his career, man, it's kind of like it kind of you kind of wonder what he will look like in year 2 or year 3 under Mike McDonald.
Elite. Nick Imanwari is elite. That's a dude. We had it first on the pod. I'm gonna stand by it. January of 25. We were talking about Nicky Memorial and the Seahawks. elite. He's been better than advertised. I didn't see this coming though. Rookie year,
Yeah.
oh my goodness. I mean, this guy's a freak. On that Rams were up 13-10. Rams had the ball before halftime before the Seahawks got it back. And Nick Eamon, man, took over. PBU on Puka, and that was some of the most ridiculous closing speed because Puka just went on the Rams' little dinky dink out routes that they like to run.
Yeah.
And it was Puka. And I mean, the way the ball left Stafford's hand, and there was a sizable gap, and I saw Eamon close that in a second. I mean, that was
Yeah.
ridiculous.
That was ridiculous, man.
He's a freak. He's a freak. Arguably the best athlete in the league. I mean, at his size, are you kidding me? And his flexibility, like DK is a great athlete, right? He's huge, big, but he's not.
Yeah.
Nicky Mamori is flexible. You know, DK's stiff. It's different. Like even Warrior, I think could be the best athlete in the entire NFL. It's
Yeah.
scary.
He's in the way he runs as well. Like remember that ball? You know, once I think so. It was Stafford got sacked, and it was maybe he thought it was fumbled. He was taking it back to the end zone. The way he was running, it was kind of smooth as well, man. I think he can. I think, man, he can play, man. Like if they have a package for him in offense, Clint Kubiak can dial something up, man.
Yeah, I mean, even Warrior's a player. He's a
Yeah,
player, man.
yeah,
I'm excited to see what he becomes, but I'm also excited to see him in the Super Bowl in his rookie year because I mean, he's a star. He
so
is a star.
yeah, so people say like look. I've been looking and a lot of comments from national media, and a lot of people are saying, "Oh, his ceiling is Derwin James," but I think it's even higher than that, man. What do you think?
What, missing a ton of games this season? That's not happening. Like, no, even Warrior's ceiling is not Derwin James. Derwin James is great. Derwin James is phenomenal. But if Nick Eamon follows this season up with a Derwin James career, I think I'll be kind of disappointed. Like just a little bit. Derwin James has had a fantastic career. He's a fantastic player. But man, Derwin James has injury problems. I mean, like if that's what we're getting ourselves into, then that would be a major disappointment. No, I think the sky's the limit for Nick Eamon. I wouldn't stop it at Derwin James. Like
Yeah,
as great as that would be, and that's a great pick for Seattle. Like man, if he has a Derwin James career, that's still always going to be a great pick for them. But why stop there right now? I mean, he's
yeah,
only getting better. He was such a raw player coming in. Like there were definitely questions about his deep coverage. And I know the Seahawks don't use him deep that much, and I get that, but I mean the guy can play. I mean the
yeah,
guy can play. The way he's able to cover everybody on the field is unbelievable. I mean,
yeah.
he's covering everybody from tight ends to
Everybody,
running
doesn't
backs
matter, man.
to wide receivers. He keep up with anybody. He's blanketing them.
Yeah,
And then
he's
of
rushing
course
the passer too.
he
He's
can
playing
rush
D
the
line.
passer, blitz. I mean, no.
Yeah,
Let's not cap him off at Derwin James after this year. I don't think you can. I think that's lazy.
yeah,
I like to think higher, to be honest. No, Nicky Manwari is great, and I think we're just scratching the surface of what he can be. You know, he looks like a very elite talent.
yeah, yeah. Tommy, one mantra of this team was mission over bullshit, man. Right? That's like you could feel the brotherhood of this team. You could feel like, hey, they were above. They were all about mission, nothing about bullshit. It was about us. It was about the brothers. It wasn't about anything else. It wasn't about our selfishness. Uh, But everything was going good, man, until that Tariq Woolen penalty, man, that almost cost the Seahawks a trip to the Super Bowl. He had a great fourth. I think it was a fourth down stop. He had a great fourth down
Third and
stop.
long. Third
Third
and
and
long.
long. Third and
He
long.
dropped the pick. He dropped the Rams were obviously going to punt. Like it was a
Yeah,
total punt situation.
great third and long stop. And then he goes to the sideline and he just starts with McVay, then the other Rams defenders, Rams offensive members, then then the quarterback Matthew Stafford, and he starts taunting them one by one. And like when you're in the stadium, you're like, why did the ref call that? But hey, when you watch the TV, film, and then you see like, hey, the ref was actually really restrained, man. He did not want to give out that penalty, but Tariq Woolen was kind of forcing his hand. But what did you think about that moment, man? Like it was very selfish moment by Tariq Woolen.
Yeah, I mean, it's hype in the stadium, right? You see that, you're like, yeah, talk your shit. But at the same time, like as soon as they threw the flag, like I knew it was bad, right? Like I was just like I knew exactly what it was. It was just like, oh my goodness, Tariq, like what are we doing? That was not mob mentality. That was selfish. That was selfish. The ref told him to go to his sideline, go to your sideline. He just kept going. He kept moving down the Rams sideline. I just do not understand. Like we were about to get the ball back, going into the fourth quarter, up 11 points.
Yeah.
We could have gone down, kicked a field goal, and taken a nice little drive, taken a ton of time off the clock, and iced it right then and there. I
Yeah.
thought that was selfish, and for Tariq to turn around on the next play and get cooked by Puka
Yeah.
Nakua. I mean, fried. Did you see that route?
Yeah, yeah, they just
I mean,
went back at him, man, with the best
and
route.
it was just that was a really bad 1 minute for Tariq Woolen. My goodness.
Yeah.
It was so frustrating because you can't do that. You can't do that. Like I know you want to talk. It's a heavy matchup. It's against a team we've seen multiple times. We're split. It's a good, we're hyped up, but man, give it a rest. You holding the trophy in the ceremony after the game is enough. That says
Yeah.
enough. That does all the talking. You
Yeah.
don't have to go out of your way to do that, especially after the ref lets you do it for a second. And it's all right, you're done, and you keep going.
Yeah.
It was warranted. It was a warranted penalty. It was dumb. It was selfish, but the penalty was extremely warranted and it was extremely frustrating. And I'm happy the Seahawks were still able to overcome that because it really did take the air out of the stadium for a few minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it just that had the potential to be a killer, an absolute killer. So
Yeah.
I'm happy. I'm happy the Seahawks survived that. But man, we cannot have that again. And I hope that's a lesson learned. We got one game to go. Do not
Yeah.
beat yourself. Do not beat yourself. And that was a beating yourself moment. And I hope that's the last time we see it this season.
Yeah. Yeah. And man, like, I'm just so happy the Seahawks did not cost the Seahawks the game, man. Because if it would have costed the Seahawks, I mean, there would be issues between teammates. I don't think that locker room would have been the same, especially the defensive room. If they lost that game because of Tariq Woolen. It's just kudos again to Sam Darnold, man. He just, overcame those moments. People say, okay, the muff punt, but hey, the Rams got a free one too, right? They got that opportunity. They got a 15-yard penalty. They got that opportunity. So the Seahawks made one mistake, and the Rams made another mistake. So I think
Both
I think
teams
it's a wash.
both teams capitalized on critical mistakes by each team. You
Yeah,
know, both teams made critical mistakes and both teams capitalized.
yeah,
So to me, it is a wash.
yeah,
It wasn't anything more than that. That's how I see it. It was always going to happen. There were going to be big mistakes. There was going to be big game swinging plays, and it just so happened that both teams had one go negatively in their direction, so it
yeah,
offset.
yeah, yeah. All right, last thing, and two more things basically I want to talk about, but one more is like, and I know we'll talk about this in detail on Tuesday, the Super Bowl, and the details between the game, and we'll be covering this in detail. But just the short, man, looks like the Seahawks open 4.5 favorites, right, against the Patriots. Everybody's like, most of the people I see, they're like, you know what, the Patriots probably don't have a chance. But hey, man, I think the Seahawks really need to prepare on offense because I know on defense, like Drake May is going to be confused when he sees this type of
Yeah.
defense, right? It's something that he's never seen before. Like it's gonna be crazy for him. But I think that if the Seahawks play a good offensive game, and we'll get to our predictions on Tuesday, but I think they should be good.
No, I'm definitely a lot more worried about the Patriots defense than I am their offense. Their offense has not wowed me at all this season. Obviously, we'll get into it more next week, but their defense does scare me. I especially like their front, their 2D tackles,
Yeah,
Milton Williams and Christian Barmore. Look out for those two. That's
yeah,
that's something Seattle hasn't faced this year as an elite
yeah,
tight D tackle duo.
yeah.
They've
Milton
seen some
Williams
really
against
good.
Anthony Bradford's gonna be a
Yeah,
really
I mean
yeah,
we've seen we can't double both of them,
yeah,
so our interiors have to win. Have to win.
yeah,
Their one on ones. So that to me is something to look out for. I really, really don't love how many people are talking about the Seahawks right now. Like, stay on that side, stay on that side.
Yeah.
Like, I hate this. I
Yeah.
really do, because it seems like the whole world is picking Seattle, and I absolutely hate it, because I've seen this story 100 times. So stay on that side. You didn't believe in us until we beat the Rams, and you just want us to beat the Patriots. Like, stay on that side, stay on that
Yeah.
side, because I don't love this. I don't love how everyone's on Seattle. I do think Seattle's a better team.
Yeah.
I think this is I think between the Patriots and the Broncos, both were very favorable matchups for Seattle. I figured Seattle would be favored in both. Um, Man, stay on that side, because I don't love the love that Seattle's getting right now. Save it for after. Save it for after.
Yeah. Let's
Um,
talk about the AFC Championship a little bit.
yeah,
And I know we haven't talked about that a little bit. Broncos versus Patriots. I mean, the first half was kind of the weather conditions was good. The second half, was kind of bad and snowy. But Drake May, man, last couple of playoff games, he's been getting away with some.
yeah. I mean, Broncos. The Broncos got dealt a tough hand. I mean, nobody likes to lose their starting quarterback right after the divisional round on an injury that nobody really saw in real time. Like, there was just like, what on earth? I thought Stidham came in and got him going early.
Yeah,
That deep pass to Mims beat Gonzalez, and then finished it off with a touchdown to Cortland Sutton. But man, after that, they just couldn't get anything going. It
yeah,
seemed, they just could not get anything going on offense, and it's tough. The weather got bad. RJ Harvey, disappointing to me. I actually really liked that pick for Denver.
yeah,
He was fantastic at Central Florida in college, but man, when RJ Harvey's running through between the tackles, he can't get anywhere, and that's a great
yeah,
offensive line. I think Denver
yeah.
is the best offensive line in the league,
They have a
and
great one.
I mean, he couldn't. They needed J.K. Dobbins. That J.K. Dobbins injury was huge. It might even look different if they have J.K. Dobbins, and RJ versus just RJ, because they couldn't get anything going. And I mean, we can talk about the Patriots. The Patriots really couldn't get anything going either, to be honest.
Yeah,
Like, what Drake had, 87 passing yards, somewhere in that
yeah.
range. Like, that's, I
That's
mean,
nuts.
did he have to win? Obviously not. But
Yeah,
I mean, 87. I
yeah.
mean, they gave the ball to Ramondre Stevenson 25 times,
Yeah, yeah.
which
And
is
look, and this is why I don't like. I'm kind of like laughing at Patriots fans, and they were like, and the concept that they're saying is they're saying, you know what, Matthew Stafford and Drake May both are MVP candidates, and one of the MVP candidates torched the Seahawks defense, and this is the second MVP candidate who's going to torch the Seahawks defense. But man, Matthew Stafford's experience and his level of play is nowhere near Drake May, man. And Mike McDonald is gonna have a field day when it comes to like inexperienced QBs, and it's just like it's gonna be too much for him. Stafford saw this defense a couple of years, like he saw it for 2 years in a row. He saw it for 5 games, and not the same. And I'm laughing at Patriots fans.
I think we're gonna get after Drake May. I really do. I think we're gonna get after him. I mean, the difference between, okay, like, great, we're playing, Matthew Stafford to give us, well, guess who Matthew Stafford's throwing to? Guess who's
Yeah,
calling plays for Matthew Stafford? The Patriots have you and me running routes for them right now.
yeah.
Like, I'm not.
Offensive line too. Like they have the
I'm
best offensive
not
line.
like I like, with all due respect, like, the Rams scare me. The Patriots don't.
Yeah,
And I'm telling you that Drake May's good because he's literally throwing to you and me.
yeah,
Like, that's what I'm Demario Douglas, Stephon Diggs. Like, I'm not Kyle
yeah,
Williams, Hunter Henry. Like, I'm not scared.
yeah.
That doesn't
Kayshawn
concern
Booty.
Kayshon Boutte. That doesn't concern me.
Yeah,
Like, Kayshon Boutte probably taking his under this week.
yeah.
Like, like, I'm sorry that we got done playing Puka Nakua. We got done playing Devontae Adams. Like, Ramondre Stevenson.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, what are we talking about,
we
man?
just played Kyron Williams, Blake Corum, Christian McCaffrey. Like, it just, like, I'm not scared. That doesn't worry me. Their offense doesn't worry me. Their defense, yes. I think the Patriots defense is a lot better than what they get credit for.
Yeah.
I think their defense is really good, but offensively, I think the Seahawks might have their way, and because of that, I think I think Mike might trust the secondary a little bit more and start bringing a little bit of pressure. I think
Yeah.
they're going to try to get at Drake May. I really do because I don't know if Stephon Diggs can beat any air guys like that. Like, yes, he's going to get his. He's going to get his. Like, I'm not saying we're just going to shut it down. Drake May complete 0 passes. No, like it's going to happen. But I think you trust him enough where you can just let these guys play in the back and just go get after Drake May because I don't know if these Patriots receivers will be able to consistently get open against our defense.
Yeah, even if you're the Rams, even if you're the best offense in the league, to beat the Seahawks, man, you got to play the long game. You got to like it has to be multiple jabs, as Tom Brady said. You got to get like 5 yards at a time, 3 yards at a time. You got to walk slowly to the end zone, right? Most of the
Yeah.
times, and I don't think Drake May can do that. I don't think this offensive line with Drake May they can go on a 7-8 minute drive, right? And just keep on, like chunking away yards and, just keep and communicating, not getting penalties, not making mistakes. It's going to be fun to watch, man. Christian Gonzalez versus JSN. It's going to be like popcorns everywhere movie, right? It's going to be interesting to watch that, matchup as well. And we'll get into it, but on Tuesday, Tommy, but to end the podcast, looks like Brady Henderson reported the Seahawks are going up for sale after the Super Bowl, and I'm looking at Jeff Bezos for sure. Seattle native, and you see the NFL connection with Amazon right now, Prime, AWS, and it kind of seems like a good fit because Jeff Bezos. He's gonna come in the Seahawks. He's not gonna worry about making money from the Seahawks, man. He's gonna say, "Hey, every cash you have, spend it on the team."
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. I want the Seahawks to hire, or sorry, I want someone to buy the Seahawks who is just going to continue to let the Seahawks do what they do. I think Jody Allen does a really good job of just letting. She wants to be involved, right? But
Yeah.
she isn't telling John Schneider and Mike McDonald to do this and do that. The last thing Seattle needs right now is an owner that comes in and starts telling our GM and head coach what to do.
Yeah.
Just let it be as is. That's my biggest concern. Like I don't need some crazy owner coming in like, nope, we're drafting this guy because I need to sell tickets. No, we're gonna sign him because I want you to sign him. Like we need like no, they're gonna I want an owner that's gonna come in, continue to let our front office and coaches do what they do
Yep.
and let the money come in for itself. You're gonna pay a lot for it. Don't mess it up.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, let's see how that goes, man. That's going to be interesting to watch. But Tommy, man, the Seahawks are in the Super Bowl. It's just crazy to say this because man, what a ride this was, man. What a season this was. And and after like this off season, like you thought, hey, it's gonna be like a reset for a while. Maybe they'll make 11 wins. I know you predicted like 11 wins. I had a feeling it was gonna be 14.
Yeah, I mean,
And
hey, I
I
should have
nailed
listened
that.
to you. I should have listened to you.
Yeah, but it was a great season, man. But hey, remember I predicted my second half prediction was I was like, hey, they're gonna be 14-3. They're gonna have the number one seed, but they're gonna lose in the first round because of the lack of experience. And man, boy, was I wrong, man. Did they torch the 49ers? And then did they play a heavyweight, a championship game with the Rams? And now they're going to Santa Clara. And what will 49ers fans say when the Seahawks, hoist a Lombardi trophy?
Did you see we're in the 49ers locker room?
Yeah. Oh no, I didn't see that.
I
That's
saw that.
crazy.
I saw that. So that'd be a fun celebration. That would be a fun celebration. Very poetic.
Yeah, that's gonna be
Um,
very poetic, man. And that's gonna be like if that happens, that's gonna be probably the biggest person that's gonna feel bad about it is Kyle Shanahan. He had two trips to the Super Bowl, lost both of them, multiple NFC Championship games, and now you're in a division with Mike McDonald and Sean McVay, who each have a Super Bowl by then, and you're just kind of like the third guy in the division.
yeah, yeah. Super Bowl stock.
Yep.
Super Bowl stock. If Mike McDonald's able to get one this year, then it's not a McVay Shanahan division anymore. It's a McVay McDonald division now.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
it's a Mc division. It's a Mc division.
Make
So
division. I like that. I like that. Well, hey, Tommy, man, what a season, man. I know we'll dive into the Super Bowl on Tuesday, but hey, any last words that you want to say, when it comes to this, Super Bowl, trip, because I know like a lot of people they talk about, hey, don't let the game, don't let like the media and everything outside the game fool you. And but I think, do you think Mike McDonald will have these guys ready? Do you think like
Absolutely, no doubt in my mind.
his inexperience will kind of like uh, cause a problem for the Seahawks?
No, this defense ready to go. Our captain on defense is a Super Bowl champ. We'll be
Yeah.
ready to
Oh,
go.
yes, that's
We'll
true.
be ready to go.
That
I mean,
also,
like my
yeah,
my my only comment, like truly, is enjoy this. Like Seahawks fans, like truly enjoy the moment, enjoy the weekend off, rest up because next weekend it goes down.
yeah,
Um, just enjoy the moment though. Enjoy the media coverage. Like the NFL media is talking about two teams, and the Seahawks are one of them.
yeah,
Enjoy it. Like this doesn't happen every year. Soak it
yeah,
in. Enjoy the conversation. Enjoy the trash talk, and rest up because it's going down.
yep.
It's going down.
All right, guys, you heard it, and we'll be back on Tuesday. If you like the show, please subscribe on YouTube, follow us on all the social media channels, and including TikTok. And we'll see you guys on Tuesday.